What would he have to gain by killing me? I need to keep my guard up.
Empty. Empty.
No problem. And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Empty.
Now, where did I leave my calipers? No known associates. In fact,
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper.
Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash.
In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. No lesions, no trauma. He was bled by magic.
Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for...
Index fingers pressed to her lips. She pauses a moment.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was... Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, a new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good girl, perhaps a cure as well. An end to sauce. for good.
It seems as though there's a problem in the blood flow. That can't be natural.
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens. Oh, do go on. I won't hold it against you. Promise. My, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps I needn't have collared you at all, though it does look darling on you. So let's just leave it on, shall we? Because to answer your question, what this collar does is this. It makes you unable to cast Source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
There's been a murder here. Ugh, quite the mess they made.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
She looks up at you with a...
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You're one of the only indisputably innocent... Not with that collar on. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Thanks. I just want...
She's a really good singer. I'm better, though. Listen. Are you an elf?
little bit...
You classify this slop as food. Name? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs. Well, you aren't here on my list. Scram.
Your Majesty, turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable. Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell.
The lizard looks you up and down, like all of a sudden he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you... music to my beleaguered stomach. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Oh, but to feel the caress of satin on my scarlet skin once more. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after. The very basics, then. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions... As per your own testimony, you can cook, tailor, and groom. I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave. You should probably come to terms with the fact that you've half a mind, full stop. Rein in your impertinence, will you? I'm a fair man, but Anyway, you may leave me for a moment.
You, Jill, is that right? I've a few questions for you.
I spent my life singing for... Meanwhile, the magic...
I ain't saying nothing. Bloody toes. I'll come back to you. But you better be ready to talk.
I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face. He's...
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this...
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
One of us will get our own. They're bringing us on one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Mad? Insufferable?
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his command...
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you... No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without...
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed...
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Easy now. I might think the same, but Vic here will blow a
What are you conspiring about over there?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet.
Name.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook.
I'll find out. I always do.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger...
You and you shut up.
You think me mad?
Insufferable? Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Keep those bubbles trying
shoot to kill.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That way. I always knew you two.
Here's the register, ma'am. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
Got this wolf on a leash now.
He tugs the collar of his uniform and chuckles.
Sorry you're upset, ma'am, but we all wear what... You head on in now. Well...
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of pigs.
Try not. And if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
Nothing else I can do.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Murder most foul. And I strongly suspect you know all about it.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God! The woman's... You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan! We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Till overboiling a bit of cabbage becomes a crime, I shall hold my head steady.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale.
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened?
What happened? Water? What?
The lizard's eyes... The Magister lies on the floor.
hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
God damn it! Need to get off this wreck
That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
Not long before this thing snaps to splinters.
Great gods! Something's pounding on the hull.
Through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's...
No. What damn fools record knowledge? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid.
The skeleton looks up.
Oh. Yes? Shouldn't you be running or screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back.
I know your god did not gift you with much. Do you look at me and think, why, yes. No, damp robes are the most I have to... Whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over. I believe you did. I had a mask, rather a mask that was stopped still. She'll drown with the rest of these fools. And I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands. Indeed. I would say good day, but it seems quite likely that you're about to die a...
The skeleton shrugs casually and returns to his book. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither. It doesn't budge. The door groans open.
Something's breaking through. What the hell are those things?
I need to get out of here. Now! Alexander, the boy bishop that would rule the world. Oh, the folly of youth.
Thank the gods! By divine grace, what was...
He eyes the collar circling your neck.
Another sorcerer!
The Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen in place at the sight of you.
Like you don't know? Mute!
He whispers loudly to the...
Don't just cower there, Rix! Take...
Rix grabs his sword, which shakes in the rhythm of his trembling hand. Rix looks to his companion, who then looks to you. They drop their hands to their side.
Go on, then. Find a...
Alexander, the boy bishop that would rule the world. Oh, the folly of youth.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
Said there were other people down there. We need...
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! There's a ladder right over there. You can go...
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear? Head to her.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a bit... Void broken!
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
I've faced worse.
They who are about to triumph.
This old tub is about to burst.
They smell even worse dead than alive. Let's head above decks for some air.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Look a mess. Like my ship was attacked and sunk by Voidwoken.
Wonder what we'll find inland. Hard to beat a monster attack, shipwreck, and waterlogged hallucination.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn, they made it to shore.
Stare at the slain beasts and comment that they must have been the cause of the shipwreck.
I just want to get out of here before any more of these things show up.
This is no time to linger. More of these things could still show up.
Magister Jalen from the ship. I would have chosen a swifter death for him myself.
You spot a strange lizard. Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem the lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer. or a duelist.
I did survive, yes. You have my...
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the making. Nevertheless, one good turn. Now then, if there's nothing further... I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Judging by the dark pools that are your eyes, I'd say...
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against...
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palace. Of course, it's rather specific. Quite obviously, I'm musing over the very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended...
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the world... Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own the grandeur that is my fate, truly. A kind offer. Fine. I act on one for reasons I'll not disclose. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me. You do tend to beat around the... So, now that that's... Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talk. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Do not take my elegance as a mask for frailty. My blows shatter shields, and my thrusts pierce armor. If a warrior you need, the warrior you'll have. I offered the perfection of the blade, and you seek the... Very well. Onwards, then, to victory or...
The Red Prince nods and gives you a...
Now, as you're aware, you'll be travelling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty. As your luck would have it, Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the... One must put in due effort if one is to reap the proper reward. This is no time for idle chit-chat. I wonder where this leads.
As the alcove opens up, you see the same skeleton that you met on the boat before it sank. He's still not wearing his mask. He's leaning over a corpse, prodding and pulling at the skin of its
bugger. How on earth am I supposed...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply upwards. After a few more tugs at the man's cheeks...
Damnation! That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor? Ah! No! Stay back! Don't... Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected. Oh, yes. An exceptionally common, but a face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull. I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the... I could then craft a mask to hide my bone.
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
Because my own was stolen from me. And it... Oh, get away! Monster! Hide the children! Oh. You are simple beasts. And you simply do not like my... Well, so, if I am to traverse this land, I will need a mask to disguise my features. Oh, please. It is far too No, but once I have extracted the rook, and then I can return to finding my people. At least from this realm. As for the others... Well, there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my answers. I suppose. You seem more... excellent. While we are conversing... Of course, the arcane arts are my... I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Splendid. Very well.
The cat's eyes are its eyes clear,